there, welcome back to my channel, Uniquely Reagan Handcrafted Cards. Today I'm going to make my craft roulette card for episode number 289, and this project calls for a Dutch door. So I'm going to make a card that's a Dutch door card, and I'm going to show you how I did that. I have to use element of October, so pumpkins, fall, October, that's right. Colors of bird feeder, bright colors. We've got some yellow, orange, greens. I'm going to use some ocean color from Stamps of Life. That's kind of a teal, bluish color. I'm going to use that too. And then random polka dots. I'm going to show you how that plays in using this paper pad from Stamps of Life called Hang In There. So let me show you how that's going to work out. So let me show you how I'm using my Dutch door. I took a piece of paper. Hi, Abby. You go lay down. Go lay down. Get over there. Go lay down. I took a piece of craft colored cardstock and I cut it in half at 4 1/4, so it's 4 1/4 by 11 inches. And I have this die from Stamps of Life from HSN called Happy Fall Border Die Set. It came in an auto ship. And so it has the detail die of the pumpkins in a border, and it has the outline die. I took a small Spellbinders plate for my Spellbinder Platinum XL, and what I did was I placed the outline die. Hi, Abby. Get up there and lay down. Hey, get up there and lay down. Lay down. Right there. So what I did was I took the outline die and I placed it in the position that I wanted to, and this die will cut out the lower, it will cut out the border down here at the bottom. But I strategically placed my plate so that it is not covering that lower border. I don't want it to cut that out. So I just placed my plate over the sections that I do want it to cut out. I want it to cut out the top of the pumpkin. I do not want it to cut out that bottom border or the left side. So here's an exaggeration of that. I don't care about this edge because it's hanging off the end of the card anyhow. But I can trim the excess here off that it meets up with the edge of the card on the fold, but I don't want that border on the bottom to cut off. So, how this ended up, let me take the die off and get that bit of washi tape off. And I'm going to trim this bit of excess off here. I'm going to follow this line that has been started to the edge of the card. Just trim the excess off to the edge of the fold of the card right there. So this part is loose. Now we have our door down here at the bottom. And I'm going to take my trimmer and cut the rest of this part off. So let me get my trimmer here. And I need these. I'm going to put that in on the fold. And I'm going to only trim up to that cut line right there. And if it's not, I'm just being careful about how far I'm cutting here. Just get that excess cut off. And if you need to trim that line, if it, like my blade needs to be changed, I can just trim away any excess. I might just go on this side and just trim away a little bit more. Let me get these nice sharp scissors and cut away that score line. Okay. Let me clean up here a bit. So now we have a Dutch door card right here. So I'm going to put my plate away. I'm done with that. I've cut out several different pieces of this pumpkin. I cut out the outline again because I want to cover the edges of that all the way. But before I glue this down, I'm going to cut out some pieces of paper to cover this here. I want the inside to be this ocean color from Stamps of Life, so I'm going to cut that to 4 1/4 by 5, 4 by 5 1/4. There we go. And then the polka dots I'm going to use, I'm going to put this on the bottom of the card, and I'm going to just cut this to, let's see, this is about 1 3/4. So let me cut this to 1 3/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to adhere this down, and then I'm going to put the pumpkin outline over it, just like that. And I'll trim away the excess of the pumpkin outline. Let me adhere these down. During last night's craft roulette session, I decided that this was the card that I was going to make. If you've been watching my channel for a little while, you probably know that I am once I kind of make a decision, I'm a fast crafter, and I make decisions very quickly. Last week I made my card during the craft roulette episode, which was wild. So then I will put my pumpkins right over top of that. I'm going to glue that down. And then I'm going to cut away the excess right here. Just trim that even, and on this side, trim this even. There we go. And the inside here, I'm going to put this on the inside. I tried closing the blinds to get that little sun spot out of my workspace, but it's right over my shoulder here. Okay. over those parameters one more time. We have a Dutch door card, and I showed you how I created that with this die and just making sure that my plate did not go over that bottom edge or the side edge of the die so that it was not on the cutting plate. So I just strategically placed that smaller plate so we're not cutting against it. And because I have a Platinum XL, it is a larger size machine, and so I can do that strategic placement. And we have October element. We have pumpkins for fall and let's give thanks. So this could also be a Thanksgiving card. Bird feeder colors. So bird feeder colors, we've got orange and green and yellow and teal and brown and that craft color in the card base itself. And random polka dots. And that's an easy win with the cardstock pattern paper that I have here. And my finishing element, I went ahead and added a bow in this marigold color from Stamps of Life ribbon, and I just used a glue dot to add that to the front of the card. So I think that's a really adorable card, and I loved using the border die here to create my little Dutch door. What do you think of the card? Let me know what you think, and leave me a comment down below and tell me your thoughts. And then come back and see me the next time I have a crafty video. Please leave a like and subscribe to this comment. I'd love to hear from you. And then come back and see me the next time I have a crafty video. Have a great day. Bye.